Hi guys, good morning. Yes, can you hear me? Hello. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we'll start session. Yes, yesterday, yes, introduction discussed yesterday about Java introduction. What is Java? Yes, like this, Java features. Just give a list of all this, not yet discussed. Topic not yet discussed. Just only yesterday discussed about all that Java contents. Total JDK contains what? Yes, let me review yesterday topic. Okay. So this is yesterday's topic. Let us review for first 5 minutes. So what is Java? For simple answer, Java. Yes, yesterday's this notepad saved. I have saved yesterday's one here. This is okay. Yes. What is Java means? Simple answer. Simple answer. Java is an object-oriented programming language. Simple answer. Java is an object-oriented programming language. Programming language. Okay. Fine. Here is a JDK. JDK means Java Development Kit. JDK means Java Development Kit. Okay. Here first version of JDK is a 1.0. JDK 1.0. It's a first version of Java released in the year 1995. Released in the year 1995. Okay. Next year, JDK 1.0, first version of Java released with main features as below here, like independent platform, next portability, OOPS language, scalability, and security. Yes, today we'll be discussing about all that features one by one. Independent platform, portability, OOPS language, scalability, and security. This topic we'll be discussing now. Today's topic is this. Okay, so these are main features. Next, after JDK 1.1 released in the year 1996. So next year, 95. First version of Java in the year 1995. Second version in the year 1996. 1996. Okay. Yes, 1996. The JDK 1.1. This 1.1 divided into 3 editions. Yes, first version simply released like this with these features here. In next version of Java, yes, Sunsoft, yes, Sunsoft, they have divided JDK 1.1 into 3 editions like Java Standard Edition, next Java Enterprise Edition, next Java Mobile Edition. Okay. Yes, at the beginning, used to call it JTSE, J2W, or JTME. Now we are calling as SE simply, Java SE, Java Enterprise, Java ME like this. Okay, JSE, JW, and JME. At the beginning, it is, yes, we used to call as JTSE, J2W, JTME. So SE means standardization, yes, W means centralization, M is mobilization. Okay. Later JDK 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. Next JDK 1.5. JDK 1.5. Yes, it's a Tiger version. Yes, JDK 1.5 Tiger version. Major changes were done here. Major changes were done. Okay. Yes, it was released in the year 2004. 2004. In JDK 1.5, one more edition called FX. Java FX added. Java FX added here. Okay. Finally, Java divided into 4 editions. Finally, Java divided into 4 editions. Okay. Standard edition, next enterprise edition, yes, next mobile edition, and Java FX. Java FX. Okay. So out of this one here, first two, Java is very strong. Okay. Yes. In enterprise application development, Java is very strong. Okay. Java is have many number of features. It's a king no roads. Okay. Yes, mobilization, somewhat Java is 4. For mobile application development, Android is the suitable. Android is the best suitable. Java is poor in this area. Even effects. This is for visual effects. In this area, also Java is very poor here. So Java is recommended in this area only here. So Java SE and interpretation. Okay. Yes, we're using SE, we're using interpretation. We'll see now. Yes. So first SE features. What are the features of SE here? Yes, it's a core part of Java. Core part means compiler part. Compiler parts. Compiler part is something like data types, next operators, control statements, next language syntax, all these compiler parts here. Data types like int keyword, float keyword, all the keywords part of compiler. So compiler can identify the keywords automatically. Okay. Yes, imports and nothing required here. So directly compiler can identify that. Suppose operators. Compiler can identify the operators automatically here. Control statements like keep statements, for loop, while loop, do while loop. All these are compiler parts. Next language syntax. All these are compiler parts here. Right, okay? Yes. So compiler parts. Yes, SE in SE. So core part of Java. So compiler parts. Next, oops concept features. Oops concept features implementation here, like encapsulation data abstraction. For that, classes and objects. Classes and objects. It's implementation of encapsulation. Yes, encapsulation and data abstraction. Yes, encapsulation. Yes, encapsulation and data abstraction. Encapsulation and data abstraction. Okay, it's implementation of yes classes objects or to implement data encapsulation and data abstraction. Okay, fine. Yes, next method overloading. Yes, static concepts. This pointer constructors, constructor overloading, garbage collection. Next inheritance, method overloading, access modifiers, access specifiers, abstract classes and methods here. Yes, interface and polymers. All these hoops implementation here. Hoops implementation. Okay. Next, string buffer, string builder, these things here. Data conversions, except only collections, IO streams, networking, multi-threading. Yes. See, up to this is your syllabus. SE, SE, yes, SE. So SE, yes, your syllabus. Core Java syllabus is SE. Core Java syllabus, it's a SE standard edition. SE. So our syllabus is SE. SE. Core part of Java. Yes, hoops concept implementation here. Next, string buffer, string builder, and string tokenizer, data conversions using object wrapper classes, exception handling, collections, nothing but Java data sectors, like implementation of list components, queue components, map to tree, next high streams, like file handling, different type of files here, text files, CSV files, Excel file, different kind of networking, like TCP and UDP applications, this thing here. Next, apart from Java 8 and 9 features, this is your syllabus, just your syllabus. Okay, to finish all the syllabus will be taken for 75 days, Monday to Saturday class. 11, yes, 1 second. Yes, 8 to, yes, yes, 8 to 9:15 a.m. Yes, this is. Okay, so this is right. Next 10th one JDBC. JDB is also part of SE, but this topic comes on advanced Java, not yet advanced Java. Yes, AWT and operators. Here SE features, SE contents, complete SE. SE contains this much of things. This is SE. Yes, up to this SE. Next, intervention. Yes, it contains services, components, and frameworks. Services like Servlets, JSP, EasyB, RMI, Java Mail API, JMS or Kafka is Log4j. It's a services and components. Frameworks like Struts framework, yes, Spring framework, next Hibernate frameworks, yes, Hadoop framework, Spark framework, Ignite framework, Angular framework. All these are all Java frameworks. This much of Java frameworks. Yes. So yesterday we have discussed about that list. Yes, yesterday whole class. Step by yes, one by one explain here. Okay. Yes, this is complete list. This is complete list. This is complete list. Okay. This is complete list. Yes, which framework is best? Your question. See here. Suppose if you want to go for big data, then choose these three frameworks. Yes, Hadoop and Spark. Big data career. Yes, after finishing core Java, after finishing your syllabus core Java, directly can go to Hadoop and Spark framework. Yes, Ignite framework not yet using. Okay, not yet using. Yes, here very huge amount of data that is Ignite framework. Okay, yes, these not industry not yet using here. Okay, maybe after 3 to 4 years, maybe chance of using this one here. So this is a Hadoop as big data. For big data case, you can go for this one. Suppose if you want to settle as a Java developer, then go for Spring and Hibernate. Yes, for Java developers, these two frameworks required here. For Hadoop developers, these two frameworks required. That's it here. Okay, yes. So here now let us start our topic here. This is complete Java. This is complete Java. Yes. Now let us start with first one. Java is an independent platform. Java is independent platform. Next, what is portability? These things we'll discuss. Independent platform. Let us start. Yes. Let us start all features here. Independent platform. See, what is platform? Platform means base. Platform means base. Platform means it's a operating system. Operating system. Operating system, right? Yes. 1 second. To understand independent platform, next the second one, portability. Portability. Yes, to understand these two features, yes, you must have some knowledge. Priority is some knowledge required here, some software basics required. To understand independent platform and portability, to understand these two features, some basics required. Basics. So basics like operating system. So what is operating system? Operating system architecture. Sorry. Yes, that OS. About OS. Yes, about OS knowledge. Next about exe file knowledge. What is exe file? Yes, to understand independent platform portability here, you must have OS knowledge. Yes, next exe file knowledge. Next about interpreter. So what is interpreter? Yes. So what is interpreter and compiler? Yes, about interpreter and compiler. Okay, you must have this knowledge here. To understand independent platform and portability, to understand these two features, you must have OS knowledge. How OS is working. How OS is working. That OS knowledge required. Next, what is exe file? That exe file understanding required here. Next, what is interpreter? What is compiler? These concepts are required. Okay, right? Yes, next one more here. Next, another one. OOPS language. Java is OOPS language. Yes, to understand this one here, yes, you must have this generation of language, knowledge about generation of language, generation of language. You must have this topic here. If you know about these topics here, then easy to understand all the Java features. Okay, so before going to these Java features, let us start with these basics here. What is exactly OS? How OS is working? Next, what is exe file? What does it contain here? Next, what is interpreter? What is compiler? So what are the different generation of languages? So first of all, we'll start with basics here. If you know that basics here, then easy to understand Java features. See, I can explain. Yes, I can explain Java features directly here, but may not be understanding here. Okay, I can explain directly Java features, but Java features may not be understanding directly here. So before that, there are some prerequisites, some basics knowledge. Yes, if you know that basics here, these basics, then easy to understand Java OOPS features. So for that reason, I'm starting from basics here. Okay, one second. Let me open documents, Java documents. So this is your Java document. Yes, to understand these features, some basics are required. Some software basics. Yeah, these are software basics. 1 second. Yes, here writing notes, it's not necessary. Yes, well prepared document is available. Here, this is around 500 pages document here. Just you follow the class. So what are the topics I'm explaining? Yes, everything is in the document. All the topics are there in document here. Yes, everything I have prepared. Okay, nothing missing here. So what are topic I'm explaining? Everything is there in document here. Yeah, this is introduction to software. Yes, and it's like system software, application software. Next, what is OS? Yeah, about OS concepts. Next, after that, yes, front end, back end. Next, language and packages. Languages, low level, high level languages. Next, different generation of languages. Okay, different generation of language. Next, what is interpret and compare the differences? Okay. Next, after that, what is Java? Start from Java here. Java, is it interpreter based or compiler based? Okay, then here Java, about Java. Next, after that, here Java independent platform. So before going to features of Java, so before going to Java features here, before going to Java features, so first of all, we start with all these basics here. If you know these basics, if you know these basics here, if you know these basics, yes, all this kind of these basics here. If you know that here, then easy to understand Java features. Easy to understand Java features. Yes, here directly I can start Java features, but may not be understanding it. May not be understanding. So better we start with basics. Better we start with basics here, then easy to understand this. Okay, here my intention is here. Yes, even fundamentals also you should have this knowledge here. There are some unknown facts. Okay. Yet the guys who are having 10 years of experience also they don't know about the software fundamentals. 10 years, 15 years of experience, they don't know about the software fundamentals. Yes, you must have these fundamentals also. Fundamentals and Java concepts, everything. So once you, yes, facing interview here, yes, facing interview, every question you have to answer, including fundamentals. Okay. Next, one more thing here, even non-IT background guy also should understand my classes. Okay. Yes, we starting software career. So for them also, my classes should be understandable. So for that reason, I'm starting from basics, starting from very basics here. Non-IT background guy, yes, fresher, yes, fresher in the software. So everyone should understand. Okay, yes. So for that reason, I'm starting from very basics. Okay, yes. Let us start. So first of all, computer ware. So first of all, computer ware here. Computer basically two categories, hardware and software. In computer ware, there is a hardware and software. Yes, hardware, these are physical components of a computer. Hardware, physical components of a computer like mouse, hard disk, monitor, motherboard, RAM, and all the hardware components. Yes, all the hardware components. Yes, hardware. The hardware, the physical components of a computer we can touch. Next, software. Yes, hardware is not our part. Yes, yeah. Reconnected, reconnected. Yes, yes, yeah. Computer ware basically two categories: hardware and software. Hardware. Yes, can you hear me, guys? Hello, can you hear me? Yes, my voice is it audible? Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
thank. Yeah, computer ware. Computer ware basically two categories. Yes, computer ware. Yes, computer. Yes, computer ware. Yes, computer ware basically two categories. First one hardware, hardware. Second one software, hardware and software. Hardware, hardware. These are physical components of a computer. Yes, we can touch all these parts, but this is not our problem. We are not a hardware engineers. We are software engineers. Then, so we'll start with software. So what is the software? So what is the software? Yes, in software, everything is program. Yes, here everything, yes, everything is a program. Everything is a program. Everything is a program. Okay. Yes, it's a collection of programs. It's a collection. Yes, it's a collection of programs. It's a collection of programs. Okay. What is software? What is software? Software is a collection of programs like C. Yes, maybe C++, maybe Java. Okay. Yes, maybe Hadoop. Yes, maybe Python. Different kind of programs. It's a collection of programs. Software. It's a collection of programs. Okay. Next, in software, there are two categories. There are two categories. In software, there are two categories. Two categories. Two categories. Two categories. In software, there are two categories. First one is system software. System software. Second one, application software. System software. Next is application software. See, software basically two categories. Software basically two categories. There are two categories. First one, system software. Next one, application software. Yes, in the Java comes under application software. Java is application software. Okay. So what is system software? First of all, what is system software? What is system software? System software. System software. This one interacts with hardware components. System software. Yeah, this one interacts. Yes, interacts. This one interacts with the hardware components. Hardware components. Interacting with hardware components. Okay. System software. What is system software? What is system software? This one interacts with hardware components. Hardware components. Hardware components. For this example, yes, device drivers and operating systems, device drivers and operating systems, device drivers and operating systems comes in this category here. Okay, system software. This one interacts with hardware components. Okay, yes. For example, device drivers and operating systems. Yes, here we should discuss about OS, some OS concepts. Okay, OS means like Linux OS, Windows OS, Unix OS. All the operating systems comes on system software. Operating systems are system software. Operating systems are system software. Reason, operating systems can communicate with hardware components. OS can communicate. Operating system can communicate with hardware components. Okay, that's the reason called system software. System software. Okay, device drivers to run the devices. Okay, to run the devices, these can communicate with hardware. So that's the reason it's a system software. Next, application software. Java comes under application software. So Java is an application software. Okay. So what is application software? Application software. Yeah, this is for the purpose of application development. Application software. Yes, for the purpose of application development. For the purpose of application development. For the purpose of application development. This is for the purpose of application development. Application software for the purpose of application development. Yes, applications like Facebook is an application. Apps, there are different apps. See, every day, yes, in our day-to-day life, yes, we are using many applications. Our day-to-day life, we are using many applications. Many applications like Facebook, it's an application. Okay, Flipkart. Yes, online shopping. Yes, it's application. Okay, it's an application here. Next, Gmail, it's an application. Yes, Google search engine, it's an application. Yes, next, WhatsApp. Yes, WhatsApp, it's an application. Okay, all the different kind of applications. Okay, like Durga website, it's an application. Yes, company websites, all the applications here. Okay, yes, to develop applications here, we need some softwares. To develop such kind of applications, here, we need some softwares like Java. Java is application software. C language, application software. C++, application software. Yes, next. Hadoop, it's application software. Hadoop. Python, it's application software. Python, it's application software. Okay. Next, SAP, application software. Next, some ERPs. Yes, application softwares. Okay, some ERPs like this. See, except simple answer here. What is application software means? Except OS, except operating system, except operating systems, except operating systems, except operating systems. All are application softwares. All are application softwares. All are application softwares. All are application softwares. All are application softwares except OS. Except OS. See here. See in software field we are using many types of software, many kinds of softwares. Okay, except OS. Except OS like except Windows, Linux, and Linux. Except these operations here, all are application softwares. All are application softwares. C, C++, yes, Python, okay, Java, Hadoop, yes, maybe database, maybe SAP, ERP. Next, some testing tools like Selenium, QTP, something like this. All the tools, ClickView, Tableau, yes, all these things comes under application software. Except OS, except OS, all are application softwares. Except OS, we are using many application softwares every day here. So except OS, all are comes under application softwares. So Java comes under application software. So our topic is application software. Our topic is application software. Yes, before going to application software, let us see something about OS. Yes, this topic requires OS. So what is OS? Here OS, operating systems. So operating systems. Okay, operating systems here. Yes, this here for some question for you guys. Here's some question. Please try to answer this question. Some question for you guys. Yes, run can we run any program without OS? Without OS? Say yes or no. So this is a question. Can we run any program without OS? Say yes or no.
No.
Simple
No,
answer.
no, sir. We cannot run without OS.
Yeah, right. Right. Yes, we can't run. No. Answer is no. For this answer is no here. Compulsory OS required. Answer is no. OS required compulsory. Now here, what is OS? What is operating system? So what is operating system? Now question is, yes, what is operating system? Let us see this. What is OS? This is most important topic to understand the independent platform. Platform means OS. Yes, how that OS is working. If you know that, then easy to understand Java features. Yes, let us have a discussion on this OS. So what is an operating system? Let us see about OS. Yes, let me open a Word document for better explanation. See, OS. See, suppose your laptop, purchased your laptop. Okay, your laptop. It's a hardware. So first purchasing laptop means hardware. So first purchasing hardware. Hardware purchased. After purchasing, what is next? Next step, we should install OS. Next is OS. Yes, operating system. Yes, operating system should be installed here. Operating system you have to install. So first hardware. Okay, on top of hardware, OS. Once OS installed, your system is ready. Now this my system with OS, right? My system is ready with OS. Okay. Now this OS is responsible to take any request here. Yes. This OS is responsible to take any request. Request is something like opening some folders. Okay, opening command prompt. Okay, at the command prompt, submitting something like some CLS command. So OS is responsible to take all these requests here. Okay, CD test, go to test location, DER here. Yes, suppose Java C compile like this. So OS is responsible to run our request. Okay, right? Yes, here. So first a hardware, on top of hardware, this is OS. When our system is ready, once OS installed system is ready, suppose learning Java. For the purpose of learning Java, you have to install Java software. So learning C language, for the C software you have to install. So learning C++, C++ software. Suppose using database, for this database software you have to install. Database like Oracle database, MySQL database, like different database servers you have to install. Suppose Hadoop, working with Hadoop, then Hadoop software you have to install. So Python, suppose Python scripting, developing Python scripting. For this Python softwares you have to install here. Okay, all these are application softwares. All these are application softwares. Application is software. Yes, application. Yes, application software. Yes, all their application softwares. Okay. Yes, hardware. On top of hardware, there's a OS. On top of OS, all the application software is running. Okay. Yes, to run Java, C, C++ OS required. Without OS, these programs cannot run here. So all are running, all the application software is running on top of OS. So OS is acting like a platform. Yes, OS is like a platform. On top of it, all are running here. Okay, OS acting like a platform. On top of it, all are running, right? So what is OS? Question is here, what is OS? So what is OS? What is operating system? So what is operating system? So question is, what is operating system? Simple answer. Yes, it's a platform. It's a platform. Okay. See, Java first one independent platform. So what is exactly platform? Platform means it's a OS. It's a OS. Yeah, we'll discuss how Java made us independent platform. Yes, next we'll discuss. So what is platform? First of all, what is platform? We'll discuss. Yes. So what is OS? What is OS? Yes, OS it is a platform. Yes, OS it is a 1 second. Yes, OS it's a platform. OS it's a platform. It's a platform. It's a platform where we can run, where we can run, where we can run all the application softwares, all the application softwares, all the application softwares, all the application software. So acting like a platform. On top of it, everything is running. So here OS is acting like a platform. OS is acting like a platform. On top of it, all the application softwares are running here. It's like a platform. Okay. See, not only platform here. Suppose Java program generating output here. So first of all, Java program output goes to OS. From that, it goes to output device. Okay. Suppose reading from the keyboard. Keyboard data goes to OS to Java program, or maybe C program. Similarly, C language, C program. So C program output goes to OS, then output device. So reading from the keyboard. So keyboard data goes to OS here, then OS to our programs. So between application software and hardware, there is a OS. So without OS, these cannot communicate with hardware components. So these all the application softwares communicates with hardware through the OS, like a mediator. OS is like a mediator. So it's an interface. Simply you can say it's an interface. So OS is an interface between application software and hardware components. So next point here, what is OS means? Yes, it is an interface. It's an interface. It's an interface. Yes, it's an interface. Yes, between. Yes, it's an interface between application. Yes, application software, application software and hardware components and hardware components and hardware components and hardware components. Okay, so what is OS means? It's a platform where we can run all the application software. Next, it's an interface between application software and hardware components. Okay, fine. Next here, in OS, there is a input output library. This point is very important. Try to remember this one here. To understand Java features, this point is very important. Yes, library. Okay, library. Okay, input output library. Every OS has some library here. Library means it's a collection of functions. Library contains all the functions. It's a collection of functions. See, here operating systems, almost all the operating systems developed in C language. Like Linux developed in C language, Windows developed in C language. Next, Unix developed in C language. Yes, all the operating systems were developed in C language only here. All operating systems were developed in C language. So C language functions that OS kind of input output library means input output functions like a scanf, printf. Those are the C language functions. Okay, so OS it contains some library. Library, it's a collection of C language functions. That library, OS library contains all the C language functions to perform input output operations, to perform IO operations between application software and hardware components. Okay, so every OS has its own library. So every OS has a library. Every OS has a library to communicate between application software and hardware components. So next, one more point here. Yes, every OS, yes, every operating system, every operating system has its own library, 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 to communicate between to communicate, to communicate between application software and hardware components. Okay, so every OS has its own library. Every operating system has its own library to communicate between application software and hardware components. Okay, fine. Next, one more point here. Just one more point. Suppose here Java program or C program. Yes, maybe database, Hadoop, Python. See all these programs. First of all these programs. First of all, links with OS library. Half linking then communicates with the hardware components. Okay, maybe Java program or C program or C++ or Hadoop, Python database, whatever it is here. All these programs have to link with OS library only. First, every program. So first of all, links with OS library, then execution starts. Once execution started, communicate with the hardware components. Okay, to communicate with hardware components, every program, all the programs, every application software, every program has to link with OS library. Okay, has to link with OS. This point is very important for Java. For Java, very important here. So try to remember this point here. See, every program links with OS library to communicate with hardware components. So every program, Java program or C program. So first of all, it has to link with OS library. Before going to run the program, first of all, it will link with OS library. Before going to run the program here, before going to running program here, yes, it will link with OS library. Half linking, then communication starts with hardware components here. Communication starts. It has to link here. Okay. So every program, every program. Okay. Yes, every program. Yes, links with every program. Yes, links with OS library. Yes, OS library. Yes, every program links with OS library. Yes, before going to start. Before going to start execution here. Before going to start execution. Okay. So before going to start, before going to running. Okay. So every program links with OS library. So before going to run the program here, before going to start execution here, combat that link should be established. That link should be established here. Okay. So for this, suppose C program, it's a static linking. At the time of creation of exe file itself, yes, links with OS library. So C++ also exe file concept here. At the time of creation of exe file is links with OS library. Suppose if it is Java, yes, it's runtime linking. Java, JVM, yes, in Java, JVM links to OS Java program linking to OS library by the JVM. Java, JVM is responsible to link your Java program to OS library. The topic we'll discuss next. In independent of platform, the topic we'll discuss next. Okay. So every program Every program has to link. So first of all, every program links with OS library, then starts execution, That link may be statically linking or dynamically linking here. C and C++ is static link. Okay. Python is a dynamic link. Java is a dynamic link. Java and Python is dynamically linking here. C and C plus static linking. That point we'll see next. Wait for some time. Here. Okay. So every program has to link with OS library before we start execution. So first linking with OS library, all the programs linking with OS library of linking, then starts execution. Right, okay. So this is about OS. Okay. Now you can understand. Yes. What is independent platform? The topic can understand somewhat. Okay. Yes. Next. Yes. About OS. This is. Okay. Yes. See, in documents, everything prepared here. Yes. What is software? Yes. It's a collection of programs like C, C++, Java, SQL, other programs. Software basically two categories: system software, next application software. System software interacts with hardware components. It interacts with the hardware components. Example, device drivers and operating systems. Okay, device drivers to communicate with hardware components. Operating system, it's a platform. It's a platform where we can run application softwares. Okay, it's an interface between hardware and application software. Next, every operating system has its own library to communicate between application software and hardware components. Okay, so hardware. Okay, yes, on top of it here there's a OS, on top of it application software. 1 second. Yes, let me add this point also. This point is missing. Fourth point. Yes. Yes, every program links with OS library before going to start execution. Okay. Yes. So hardware, OS, application software. So this topic discussed. Next. Yes, Java comes under application software. So let us move to application software. Java is application software. So application software for the purpose of application development. Example C, C++, Java and all this here. Application software. Our topic is application software. So moving to application software. Yes, application software. In this there is a front end and back end. Front ends interact with the end users. Yes, collecting data from end users. For example, yes, here. Yes, this is called as front end. It's a front end. So this is front ends. This is front ends. Okay, this is front ends. Okay, like first name, email, last name, phone, and all this is a front end. So this front end collecting data from end users, collecting data and storing the backend. So what is backend? Storage. Backend is storage. Okay, so front end backend here. Front end backend. Front end interact with end users, collecting data from end users. Backend is to store and maintain data here. Backend examples databases and files. In databases storing data, in files are storing data. So backend to store data, store and maintain data here. Okay. Front end collecting data from end users. Front end back end difference. Yes, Java comes under front end here. Java programming comes under front end. So let us move to front end. So in front end, language and packages. Package is ready-made and ready to use. For example, MS Office is a package. ERPs like SAP ERP, Oracle ERP, all the packages ready-made and ready to use. Next, Java comes on languages. Yes, in languages we should write the coding here. Everything is code here. It's not readily available here. Say coding we should write here. Okay, Java comes in language, so moving to languages. Okay, see how I'm introducing into Java. See here, introducing into Java. See, compatible hardware and software. Our part is what software. So software started. In software, basically two categories: system software, application software. Java comes under application software. So that's the reason move to application software. Just moving to application software. In application software, they say front end and back end. Front end, back end. Java comes under front end. So that's the reason moving to front end. In front end, language and packages. Java comes under language. So moving to languages. Okay. Yes. Now let us start. Let us start here. Okay. So languages. So what is a language? Yes. So what's like? So next, yes. So next, language. Yes, language. Yes. So what is a language? Yes, what's language? It's a media of communication. Language is a media of communication between two things. Okay, between two, yes, two living things, like two persons, two animals, two trees, something like this. Yes, in language here, yes, in software, we are understanding some language. Next, system understanding different language. Suppose, for example, here, for example, suppose Java program. Yes, Java program. Yes, we don't have Java program. Okay. Yes, suppose, for example, here, suppose HTML program. Suppose HTML script here. See, this is looking like English language, right? So this is user understandable language, our language, like English language. Yes, this is our language. Okay, looking like English language. This is called as high level language. This is called as high level language. Okay. Similarly, one more example here. Suppose Python. Yes, Python, some program. Yes, see Python program. Yes, this is looking like English language. It's a user understandable language called as high level language. Okay, this is our language. It's a high level language. Next, what is system understandable language? Another one, computer understandable. User understandable. Next, computer understandable. User understandable, computer understandable. So, what is computer understandable language? Like a Julius One's format. Julius One's format. This code is called as binary code. It's a binary code. It's a binary code. Julius One's format here. Yes, this is yes system understandable language. System is processor. It's a processor understandable language called as machine language. Okay, so this language system understandable language is a low level language. It's a low level language. Okay, right? Yes, languages there are two categories. First one, yes, low level languages, low level languages, low level languages. So first one, low level languages. First one, low level languages. Second one, high level languages. Yes, high level, low level, and high level language. Low level and high level language. So what is low level language here? Low level language. Yes, it is a system understandable language. It is a yes, system understandable. System understandable. It's a system understandable language. It's a system understandable language. Okay. It's a system understandable language. Low level language. Low level language. Yes, it's a system understandable language. System understandable language. Yes, it is. Yes, in the form of binary code. It is in the form of binary codes. Binary codes. It is in the form of binary codes. Binary code means like Julius One's formats. Julius One's format. Binary codes. Okay. So yes, languages there are two categories: low level languages and high level languages. Low level languages. These are system understandable. It's a system understandable language. It's a system understandable language. Okay. It is in the form of binary codes. It is in the form of binary codes. Yes, it is called as machine language. Yes, called as machine language. Machine language. It's called as machine language. Called as machine language. It's called as machine. Okay. So machine language. Machine means processor. It's a processor understandable language. It's a processor understandable language. Okay. So this is high level language. It's a low level language. Next, high level language. Yes, it is a user understandable. Yes, high level language. It's a user user understandable language. User understandable language. It's a user understandable language. Okay. Yes, it is like English language. It is like a English language, like a yes, like English language. Easy to understand. This is. It's like English language. Okay. So this one exactly like English language. Yes, high level language. High level language. It's a user understandable language. Okay, it's like English language, very easy to understand. Okay, right? Yes. See, low level languages, high level languages. In this, there are some generations here. Some generation of languages. First generation and second generation comes in the low level languages. Okay, right? Yes. Here, high level languages. There is a third CL and fourth GL. Fourth GL comes under high level language. First generation and second generation, third GL and fourth GL. So these things comes under low level, high level. So first and second comes under low level language. Third and fourth comes under high level language. Let us see. So what are the generation of language? Generation of languages. Generation of languages. Generation of languages. So what are the generation of language? Yeah, there are four generations. There are, yes, there are how many generations? Four generations. There are four generations. There are four generations here. Four generations. There are four generations. Yes. First year, first year, there are four generations. First year, yes, next. Yes, second GL, second GL, next third GL, third GL, third GL, yes, yes, next fourth GL. Okay, generation of language. Generation of languages, generation of language. GL means generation of language. Totally four generations. First GL, what's a first GL? First GL, it's a machine language. It's a machine language, system understandable language. First GL, it's a machine language, machine language. Yes, it is in the form of binary code. It's a binary code. It's a binary code. Binary code like a zeros ones format. Zeros ones format. It's a first generated language in the computers. It's a first generated machine language, zeros ones format. It's a first generated. Next, second generated is assembly language. Next is assembly language, assembly language, assembly language. Yes, assembly language. Yes, second generation assembly language. Second generation is assembly language. Okay, see, these two are computer understandable language. They are not our language. Okay, you need not to learn about these two languages. These are not required here. Not required to learn here. Even not required to understand also. Okay, so these are system understandable language. So computer internally using these two languages. So not required for us. Not required for us here. Yes, next, third generation. Yes, third generation. Third generation, all procedure oriented language. Procedure oriented. So what is procedure? We'll discuss. Wait, I'll explain. What is procedure? We'll discuss. Procedure oriented language. Procedure oriented language. All the procedure oriented language comes from this category here. These are procedure oriented language. Procedure oriented language. What is procedure? We'll discuss. Procedure is somewhat like a function. So procedure and function. Yes, we'll see now. Just wait. Yes, third generation. Yes, procedure oriented language. Procedure oriented language like COBOL. Yes, COBOL very old language in 90s. COBOL still is in use. Mainframe applications. Just many mainframe applications are there. Even yes, in our office also we are using mainframe applications. For that, COBOL team is there. Yes, COBOL team is a very old team. COBOL team is there. That COBOL team, yes, more than 40 years. Yes, the team, very old team. Okay, because it's 90s language. Nowadays, no one learning COBOL, right? Very old language. Yes, here mainframe applications are there to support mainframe applications. Okay, to support mainframe applications here, some COBOL team is there. Yes, very old team, COBOL team. Very old guys, above 45 years guys also there in COBOL team. Okay, so you can procedure oriented language like COBOL. Next, Pascal. Yes, Pascal. Okay, COBOL, Pascal. Yes, yes, Pascal. Yes, next, Basic. Yes, Fortran. They are very old language. Fortran. They're all are procedure oriented language. Next, Python also comes in this category here. Python. Next, one more example, Python. Python also comes in this category here. So Python, in Python we can write the procedures. So what is exactly procedures we'll discuss. Okay. Yes, all these procedure oriented language. Okay. Fortran. Yes. Next, Python. Okay. Yes. Even AutoCAD Lisp also comes in this category here. AutoCAD Lisp. Yes, AutoCAD like civil drawing, mechanical drawing. For that, using some AutoCAD Lisp. That also comes under procedure oriented. Next, one more, PL SQL. In database, there's a PL SQL, right? There's a PL SQL. PL SQL also comes under procedure oriented. Okay. Yes. Next, fourth generation. When come to fourth generation, yes, different types of languages. In fourth generation, different types of language like functional oriented, functional oriented languages. Okay, first one, functional oriented language. In fourth generation here, functional oriented languages. Okay, functional oriented languages. Next, second one, yes, objects. Yes, object oriented languages. Object oriented programming. Yes, programming languages. Okay, object oriented programming languages. Okay. Yes, next third one. Yes, object based. Yes, object based languages here. Sorry. Yes, object based languages. Okay. In fourth generation, functional oriented. Next, object oriented programming languages. Next, object based. Okay. Next, fourth one. Yes, purely object oriented programming languages. Okay. So these are OOPS languages. Yes, next, purely object oriented. Purely object oriented. Okay. So these are different languages in the fourth generation. Functional oriented, object oriented, object based, purely object oriented programming languages. Okay. See, procedure and function both are similar. Functional oriented languages, for this example, C and Python. C and Python comes under this functional oriented language here. Procedure. So what is a procedure? Let us see what is procedure. Next, what is a function? Okay, procedure and function. Just both are similar. Both are similar, similar kind of things. Okay, so these are set of statements here. Procedure. Suppose some X is a procedure. X some procedure. Open bracket, close bracket. Yes, starting, ending, between some statements. Yes, first statement. Yes, next statement. Yes, next statement. There are some statements here. It's a procedure is like this. Procedure looks like this. Procedure like this. Okay. Yes, procedure. Even function are same. Looks like same. Okay. Function and procedure both are set of statements. Some set of statements. Okay. Function, procedure both are set of statements to perform some task. Performing some task. The difference is here. There is a written value. There is written value. Okay. Yes, here written. Yes, written something here. Written. Yes, written some value. Suppose some 10, returning 10. Suppose if it is returning value, it's a function. No written value, procedure. That's it. Return 10. Returning some value. If it is returning value, it's a function. Yes, function, procedure. Yes, here procedure and function both are similar. Both are set of statements to perform some task. Okay, function, procedure both are set of statements to perform some task. The difference is here procedure. Yes, sorry. The difference is function returns a value, procedure does not return. So this is function. Return value means this is function. Return value is a function. This is function. No written value. This is procedure. Okay. So first one, it's a function. Yes, it's written value. With written value is a function. Without written value is a procedure. So this is procedure. This is procedure. Procedure. Okay. Procedure don't have written value. There is no concept of written value in procedures here. Okay. So procedure and function. So procedure and function both are similar. The difference is here. Function returns a value. Procedure does not return a value. Okay. Yes, in Python we can write the procedures and functions also. Both we can write. Python procedures as well as functions also. Okay. See, suppose in C language, every task by the function. C program is a collection of functions. All are functions. That's the reason called as functional oriented language. In Python also, you can write all the functions. You can make the functional oriented. Next, yes, we can make it procedure oriented also. In Python, both you can write. In C language, only functions we can write. There is no procedures concept in C language. No procedures, only functions. In C language, every task handling by the function That's the reason called as functional oriented. Next, object oriented. So what is object oriented here? Yes, it's a whoops. Object oriented comes from a whoops concept. Yes, whoop. Yes. So what is whoop? Yes, whoop is a concept actually. It's a concept. It's not a language. Whoop is a concept here. Okay, it's a concept. Whoop is a concept. Yes, it is not a language. It's not a language. It's not a language. Okay, whoop is a concept. It's not a language. Okay. Yes, why whoop concept came to the picture? Why whoop's concept? Why whoop concept was developed here? Yes, to achieve some data security. Before whoop concepts, there is a C language. C is a first high level language. C language, C language, C language is a first developed high level language here. C language was developed in the 1972. C language developed in the year 1972 by the Dennis Ritchie. He has developed C language. 1972 is a first high level language. C is a first high level language. C is a first high level language. In C language here, yes, everything is global. Data is global, functions global. Data global, functions global, are all global here, right? If it is global, anyone can modify. Yes, in C program, data is global. If data is global, anyone can modify here. So there is no security for data. In C language, there is no security for data. To achieve data security here, the whoops concept was introduced. Whoops concept was introduced. Yes, whoops concept is introduced with mainly two features: encapsulation. Yes, encapsulation. Yes, encapsulation. Yes, next data abstraction. So initially, whoops concept was introduced with these two features only here. Later added so many features: encapsulation, data abstraction. So encapsulation, data abstraction. This is to achieve data security. So what is encapsulation, data abstraction? We'll see next. In Java, I'll explain. So this is not right time to discuss. Okay, in Java we'll discuss. So encapsulation and data abstraction. This is to achieve data security. So first initially that whoop concept was developed with these two features to achieve data security. Later added so many features. Added some features like methods overloading, like methods overloading, method overloading. Yes, next. Yes, constructors. Yes, constructors. Yes, next. Inheritance. Yes, inheritance. Next, polymorphism. Yes, polymorphism. Next, yes, yes, distractors. Yes, distractors. Polymorphism, distractors. Yes, 1 second. Distractors. Yes, next. Yes, operator overloading. Yes, operator. Yes, operator overloading. Operator overloading. Yes, next. Operator overloading. Yes, next. Method overriding. Methods. Yes, overriding. Okay. Yes, next. Generic concepts here. Generic. Okay, nothing. Generic concepts here. Generic programming. Some generic programming. Okay, there are 10 features. Yes, Whoops was done with 10 features. 10 features, but no language support all the features. C++ supports maximum features. C++ Python also supports maximum features, but Java does not support all these features. Java does not support here. In Java, don't have destructors concept, no operator overloading concept, no generic programming concept. In Java, don't have that here. Okay, see, any language which is supporting first these 6 features, first 6, that language called as object oriented programming language. Okay, any language which is supporting all these main features, their main features, any language which is supporting these main features, that language called as object oriented programming language. Okay, now here, which is first Whoops language? Yes, in Whoops language, which is first Whoops language? C++. C++ is a first Whoops language. Before Java, already C++ is there. C++. After C++, next Python. Next Whoops language, Python. Okay, So first initially whoops features introduced in C++. C++ nothing but C language plus whoops is a C++. Okay, plus increment by one, right? Increasing by one. One step increment is C language C++. C++ is a one step increment is C language. That one step is a whoops concept. C language plus whoops is a C++. Okay. Next Python. Yes, after Python, next whoops language Java. After Java, next whoops language .NET C Sharp. .NET C Sharp. Yes, after Scala. Recent language Scala. Scala. Yes, around 2010, 20, yes, sorry. 2009. 2009 Scala developed. Released in the year 2010. Scala is a big data processing language using the Spark framework. Scala is the language using Spark framework. Spark framework. Okay. So these are object-oriented programming languages. Okay. These languages supports minimum features here. These languages support these minimum features. This minimum. So these are OOPS language. They are OOPS languages. Okay. In OOPS language, every task by the object. Okay. Here every task is handling by the object. See, if task by the procedure, if task is handling by the procedure called as procedure oriented, suppose task by the function, then it's a function oriented. In OOPS language, everything is objects. Okay, every task by the object. That's the reason called as object oriented. Next, object based language. Object based language. This is similar to object oriented. Yes, object oriented, object based. Both are similar. Both are similar. Both are similar. The difference is here. Object based language does not support inheritance, except inheritance. Except these two, inheritance and polymorphism. These things you can write, but these cannot feature. Okay, object-based language does not support inheritance and polymorphism, except these four you can implement here. Okay, in object-based language also we can write classes and objects. We can define classes and we can create objects here. For this example, JavaScript. Okay, JavaScript. See, JavaScript is not a Java. JavaScript is different. Java is different here. JavaScript is not a Java. JavaScript is using at the client side, like front end, like this suppose this form data validation. So validating form data for this using JavaScript. Suppose first name, any character, no issue. Last name, any character, no issue. Email address. So compulsory that should have @ symbol. Validating that email address should contain @ next dot. These two things should be presented. See email address, see mn@gmail.com, right? Yes, @ should be presented, dot should be presented here. Yes, after maybe .com or .word, something like this. Okay, yeah, that validations here. Next, phone number. When come to phone number, yes, all some digits. Some phone number, some digits, right? By minimum 10 digits, something like this. Must be 10 digits only. That kind of validations. The client-side validations. Client-side validations for this JavaScript. So using JavaScript. Okay, JavaScript, right? It's an object-based language. JavaScript is not a Java. JavaScript is using for the client-side validations. JavaScript using with HTML for client-side validations. Suppose server-side validation, Java. Server-side is Java. JavaScript is client-side. Server-side is Java here. Okay, fine. Next, yes, purely object-oriented programming language. Purely object-oriented programming. Yeah, these are Python and Scala. Python and Scala comes from this here. Purely object-oriented. Python and Scala here. In purely object-oriented, what does mean here? Purely object-oriented means English everything is object here. Purely object-oriented means everything is objects. Everything is object here. So what is this concept? Let us see. So here everything is object. Everything is objects. Everything is an object here. Everything is an object. Okay. Suppose for example here, suppose integer data, int a equal 10. Now this is like a integer, right? Yes, it's an integer variable. Like a basic data, this is basic type here. Suppose float b equal to some 20.5. Okay, integer floats. Now integer type of data also storing like objects. Yeah, this 10 also storing like object here. Suppose integer type of data, integer, yes, integer I1 is equal to Yes, new integer, then storing 10 here. Okay, creating objects, storing 10 here. So this is way of creating objects. Yes, in OOPS concept we'll discuss. Java OOPS will discuss how to create objects, how to use all the concepts here. Now I1 is objects. I1 is objects. Its value 10. Now this will create objects and storing 10 into I1 here. Okay, right? Now 10 storing in the inside the object, right? Yes, if data stored inside the object, this is data security. OOPS concept. Why OOPS concept here? To achieve data security. OOPS concept is to achieve data security. Okay. If data in the inside the object is a security for data. If data inside the object, yes, what is object exactly? We'll see next. Object is something like a box. Okay. Suppose if it closed box. If it is closed box here, no one can see that, right? Yes, inside a box, no one can see. The box closed. Yes, no one can see what is there inside, right? Yes, inside the box, something is there. No one can see. So object is something like a box. Okay, object is like a the closed box here. Object is like a box. Okay, so if data in the form of object is security for data. If data in the form of object is security for data. Okay, right? Yes, suppose variables, no security for data. If it is variable, no security for data. If data in the form of variables, A is a variable, B is a variable. Here I1 is objects. If data is stored inside of object, there is a security for data. Yes, if data inside the objects, there is a security for data. If it is variables, no security for data. Right? Okay, for this purpose, purely object oriented. Purely object oriented. Even integer type of data are storing inside of the object. Here, integer data, float data. So my character data, whatever it is here, everything storing inside of objects. Yes, all are objects here. Everything is objects. That's because object oriented. Everything is objects. Everything is objects. Okay. So purely object oriented. For this examples, Python and Scala. Python, Scala, purely object oriented. So these are different generation of language like this. Now, one second here, some question for you guys. Now, which is commonly observed language in this? Which is language commonly observed here? Everywhere. Some language observed commonly here. What's language? Procedure oriented, functional oriented, object oriented, purely object oriented. What's a common language? Yes, everywhere. What's a common language you observed here? What's a common language? What's a common language you observed here? No one? Nothing observed? I think some language observed here, commonly getting some language here. In procedure oriented, some language. In functional oriented, some language. In object oriented, some language. Yes, object based, some language. Purely object oriented. Python, right? You are right. Python. Yes, in Python we can write the procedures. We can write the functions. We can create objects. Next, object based. Python is everything here. See, C language is a only functional oriented. Java is a only object oriented. C++ only object oriented. Scala is a purely object oriented. But Python says I'm everything here. Python says that yes, I'm everything. Python is a procedure oriented. In Python, various kind of things you can implement here. Procedures we can implement, functions we can implement here. Yes, objects you can implement. Yes, even we can make it purely object oriented also. Yes, in Python we can see all of these things here. All of these things. Python is a common language. Okay. So these are but languages. One second. Let us review document here. So this is your document here. Languages, low level and high level language. In document, very clearly explained here. Okay. Low level language. Yes, it's a machine understandable language. These are user understandable languages. Yes, this document for you only. I'll share documents. Yes, I will share these documents. Okay, I'll share to your Gmail. Okay. Yes. Low level language, high level language, generation of language, low level, first and second generation. First generation, machine language. Second generation, assembly language. Third GL, procedure oriented language like COBOL, Pascal, Basic, Fortran. Okay, next, Python. Okay, these are procedure oriented. Yes, next, fourth generation, functional oriented, object oriented, object based. Look at these things, right? The generation of languages. Okay, procedure and function. Procedure, function, both are Both are to perform some task here. The defense is that function returns a value, pressure does not return a value, right? So these all the basics. Yes, it's there in documents. Yes, you can follow documents here. So no need of writing any running notes. It's not just you follow documents here. Just you follow the documents here. Okay. Yes. So next, yes, about interpret and compare. See here, high level language to low level language. To convert high level language program, suppose this is high level language program. To convert in low level language, either compiler or interpreter. Yes, this topic tomorrow will continue. Okay. Yes. Yes. What is interpreter? What is compiler? Yes, here some exe file concept. We'll be discussing about exe file concept tomorrow here. Exe file, most important topic, exe file. Okay. So what is interpreter? What is compiler? Yes, after that, what is Java? Is it interpreter or compiler based? Java depending on both compiler as well as interpreter. How it is? We'll discuss in tomorrow topic. So how is Java working? We'll see. After next, we'll go to independent platform. Okay. So first half an hour finishing this topic here. Okay, after that, next 45 minutes, yes, we'll go for Java features. Okay, yes. Any doubts? Yes, any doubts? 1 second. 1 second. Please don't leave meeting. 1 second.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, 1 second. 1 second. Wait for a minute. Wait for a minute. Yes, 1 second. Yes, for our batch already WhatsApp group created. Yes, this is my WhatsApp number. Yes, 8179189123. Yes, already WhatsApp group created. Okay. Yes, please submit your name. Yes, next WhatsApp course you learning here. Next WhatsApp time. Next your Gmail ID. Gmail ID request here. Gmail ID. Okay. So name some exercise. Yes, course. Yes, course Java. Course Java. Next time. Yes, 8 a.m. Okay. Yes, Gmail ID. Some Gmail ID. Yes, let me open our group. Yes, so this is 8 a.m. So this already group created yesterday. So this is group. Yes, almost 8 members were joined. Okay. So this group created, still some more have to submit. I think it will be minimum 12 members. Okay. Yes, within 2 days it will be 12 members. Next here, some 8:15. Somebody is asking doubts. Okay. So 8:15 p.m. batch this is. Yes, in this batch, yes, this is a group. Yes, in this batch, around 15 guys are there, 15 members are there, 15 participants. See, these are their doubts. They're in interaction. Yes, someone posted doubt today. Yes, maybe some doubts. Okay, I have to answer this is. Yes. So this is their doubts and my response. You can see all their doubts and my response here. Okay. Next, one more batch towards our 7 p.m. batch also going on. 7 p.m. batch. 7 p.m. batch. This is around 20 participants at the 7 p.m. Very good batch, 7 p.m. 20 participants. Okay. Yes. So please submit your information also, your details. Okay. I'll add to group. Okay. Yes, sir. So within a week, I think it will be 100% 15 members minimum. Yes, in every batch, 15 members are there in our batches. So this is my WhatsApp number. Please submit your information. I'll add to group. Okay. Yes, already group created. Yes, already 9 participants are there in that group here. Yes, I'll add to that group. Just please submit your details. Yes. Yeah, tell me, what's your doubt?
Yeah, hi, sir. Today only I have joined your session. I'm the newcomer.
Yeah. Yeah. No
Okay.
problem. The thing is, yesterday, 1 second, just to Java overview. What is Java? What does it contain? All the details explained yesterday. Yesterday, what is Java? Okay, this topic explained yesterday. The Java. course content. This is your course, your syllabus. Yes, is your syllabus. This
Okay,
yes
sir.
generation is a syllabus. So this topic list. Yesterday given some list. All that list given here. Today started one by one. Today actual classes started. Because today here started with yes, independent platform. To understand independent platform, prerequisite today we did. Tomorrow I'll be taking independent platform photo. Tomorrow we'll be discussing about Java features. After finishing Java features, next starting Java programming immediately. Okay. So tomorrow topic is about interpreter, compiler, exe file knowledge. After finishing that, we'll go to yes these features. I think today class you understand, right? Today class, no doubt, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I understand with Dorado. So this is the
Yeah.
first day of
Yeah.
the class, so we can
Yeah.
continue with this, right? Not an
Yes.
issue.
Yeah. You can
As I
discuss.
joined, this is my
Yeah.
first day.
Yeah, first day it's a first just only just started introduction, right? This
Yeah,
started
yeah,
from
correct.
computer aware, computer aware.
Yes, yes,
See,
great. Yeah, that
here,
is the basic
here,
knowledge we get, sir. Thank you very much for
yeah,
this,
yeah,
and
yeah.
much needed
The thing is
indeed.
here, the thing is very clear concept you must have this. See,
Yeah,
from the beginning you must have knowledge here. See, most of the trainers directly they will start Java, but that is not my way. So before going to Java, there are some software fundamentals. Okay. Yes, even non-IT
correct.
background guy also should understand all my classes. That is started
That's
from basics.
great,
Okay.
great. Because
Yeah,
nobody teaches this depth, sir.
yeah, 100% sure. I'm sure no trainer will start like this. They
Yeah,
will start with Java, but that is not correct way. Some
correct.
introduction. So some introduction after finishing introduction, then moving to Java is correct. Okay, that's the reason
Yeah,
started 6 years. Yes,
yeah,
even non-IT background guy also can understand it. So for that reason started from basics. That is my intention here. Okay,
yeah,
by
correct.
finishing, yeah, by the time of finishing course, you'll be reaching to yes, you can put up minimum 4 years of experience. By the time of finishing course, you can put up minimum 4 years of experience. Next, one more thing here. I can help you one more thing here. One more thing. See, yes, in our company, some requirement is going on. Yes, yes, our company is Silotech Private Limited. So this is my company. This is our HR. This is I received email from my HR here. Okay, requirements. Yes, 9 months projects. 9 months project here. Yes, we are recruiting 3 to 7 years experience guys and 6 to 9 years experience. Yes, apart from freshers, we are hiring freshers also. Freshers training program. Yes, I have to train them. All the freshers. Yes, in our company, I have to. Yes, we'll be taking all the freshers here. Yes, we'll be taking freshers here. Then we have to train it. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Sir, just quick question. Will we also cover the interview question here after this class?
Yes.
After this?
Yeah. 100%. In every topic, interview questions are there. I have prepared interview questions. See this. For example, these are topic. See, what is Java? What is exe file? Some interview
Okay.
kind of. See, in every topic, there are some interview questions. One second. Let me show that. Suppose the basics. On basics, some interview questions. On every
Yeah.
topic, interview questions. One second. One second. One second. Yes, I have prepared interview kind of questions here and see interview questions. Every topic interview questions are there. What is OS?
Yeah.
exe file? Can we create exe file in Java? What is dot class file? What is Java is independent of platform? What's the difference between exe file and dot class file? What's the difference between JDK, GRE, and JVM? These kind of interview questions I have prepared.
Yes.
Question and answer here. Can we execute
Yeah.
Java program without main? Okay. Yes. Can we compile Java program without main? These kind of things. Okay. This is interview questions. Every topic interview questions. So first
Yeah.
topic interview. Next, after finishing next topic interview questions. Topic wise interview questions are there. Topic wise interview
Okay.
questions are there.
Yeah, that will be helpful for us, sir. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Topic wise interview questions are there. Next, at the end of the document, also interview questions prepared. See this. At the end of document, many interview questions. At the end of document, I have prepared 500 interview questions. Topic wise interview questions are there. Next, at the end of document, also interview questions are there. Yes, more than 500 questions you can see in document. This document is for you only. I'll forward these documents. Yes, all these interview questions. These are a lot of interview questions here. All these interview questions. Yes, interview questions. Okay, around 500 interview questions. Okay. Yes. Here, this document is very useful. Okay. This
Yes, sir.
document, this style of document you will not see anywhere. You can't see anywhere here. No websites will give this kind of information. This all is my experience. Okay. Yeah. Yes. This is Nageswar Rao, famous for the Java. Nageswar Rao, famous for Java training. Okay. 20 years of experience. Okay. Presently, I'm working as a solution architect. Solution architect for Celutech Private Limited, Hyderabad. Presently, client is PayPal. PayPal. I'm working for the PayPal client. Okay. Very good experience Java here. Yes. Still, any doubts are there? Yes. If no doubts, tomorrow we'll continue for the Java features. Tomorrow we'll be starting. First, we'll discuss about interpreter and compiler. After that, we'll be moving to Java features.
Yeah.
That's all for. Yeah. Tell me.
Yeah, I'm the new person. No, regarding, can I ping you in WhatsApp so you can add me
Yeah.
in the
Sure.
WhatsApp group?
Yes. Yeah. Sure. Sure. Yes. I have given number. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, I have noted down. And one thing, sir, and
Yeah.
regarding the material, where we can get it?
I will share it. Don't worry. Okay. Yes, your
Yeah, yeah,
Gmail ID. Gmail ID. Yes, just you giving Gmail ID, right? Yes, to this
yeah,
Gmail ID. Okay. Yes,
yeah,
I'm creating Google Drive for your batch. For every batch, is a drive is there. I'll create
yeah,
drive. You
sure.
through. I'll share it. So the drive
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
share it.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
And
Drive
and
is
I am from non-IT background only. And is it very easy to understand?
yeah easy to understand. My classes started very basics, easy to understand. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is yes, your drive here. Yes, like this, I'll be creating drive here. So Java for Java separate drive. See my drive. Yes, see this. Yeah, these are all the videos. Okay, these
Yeah,
videos
sure.
here. Like for your batch also, every day saving videos. Yes, now recorded. Video also recorded here. Okay, that will, as I'll create separate drive for your batch. I'll create separate drive. Yes, I'll place in drive. I'll place in drive. 1 second.
Okay.
8 a.m. Yes, Java 8 a.m. 8 a.m. March. See recordings. See yesterday recording. This is yesterday's recording. Okay. So previous
Okay.
class recording here. So yesterday's just introduction. That introduction recording already saved. Okay. Today recording also, yes, saved. Already recorded. Okay. Yes, already recorded. Yes, you can watch it every day here. I'll share that recordings. You can watch it every day. Any number of times you can watch it. Repeatedly you can watch it. No problem. Okay. Yes. Next, any doubts? If no doubts, yes. Java features tomorrow will continue. Yes, any doubts?
One last question.
Yeah, tell
Are
me.
we helping with the logic building for
Yeah,
programs?
yeah. Compulsory programs. Yes, almost more than 300 examples will be discussing. 300
Okay.
examples. Yes, basics, loops, and if statement itself will be discussing 100. Okay. See, complete the document purely programming only here. Yes, at the beginning some theory concepts are there. Later, all that programming things there. Like see, programming from data from these onwards, programming starts. Like
Yeah.
this programming here. It's all the programs. Yes, all these programs. Yeah, this is some program.
Okay.
All the programming only here. Yes, operators. Yes, in that control statement, suppose if statement examples.
Okay.
Yeah, if statements 1, 2, 3, yes, 4, yes, 5, like this, 7, yes, 6, 7, 8, 9, like this. And if statement itself, almost 15 examples explained here. Okay, 1 second. See, Java, yes, list of programs. Yes, the list of programs covering in loops. Yes, before loops, if statement covering 20 examples, pattern programs, and all this. Actually, these things have to learn in C language, but in Java also I'm covering. In Java also covering all this programming here. Yes, around 40 examples I'm covering and giving 30 assignments. Yes, you have to solve assignment. Every daily assignments I'm giving here. So every day you have to solve it. This type of logic building here, programming skills, 100% no doubt. Yes, you will get
Great.
programming skills. Okay, this kind of examples here. Yeah, these are loops level. After entering loops concept again, we'll be discussing here. Yes, in files, data processing, how to process it, completely programming here, programming kind of things. 1 second. Yes. See, input output streams, for example, files. Yes,
Yes, sir.
files here, data processing here. See, this programming, all this programming. Yes.
Yeah, because sometimes we lack of building the logic
Yeah,
of the program.
yeah, programming. See this, the files in files. Yes, reading file data and data processing, like the CSV files data. Yes, all the here. Yes, how to process. Suppose these are data. How to process the data. Okay. Yes, next CSV data. The CSV data, next Excel files, XML files. Yes, all the data processing. This is programming.
Yeah.
Programming kind of things. Many programs are there. Yes, more than 300 examples you can get it. More than 300. Okay. Yes, like
Yeah, great. Yeah, thank you, sir.
all these programs. Yes, I'm very interested in programming actually, sir. Okay, very interested in programming. Okay, Excel data parsing, how to write the programming for Excel data. Okay, yes, XML parser. Okay, see, no doubt in programming I'm very genius. Okay, yes, I'm very interested in programming rather than theory concepts. So
Yeah,
max,
your experience will helpful, sir, very much.
yeah, 100%, no doubts. Okay, I'm sure you'll feel that I got the okay compared to industry, compared to any
Yeah.
trainer, definitely I'll be more than that. Okay, you can compare with any trainer in the market here. Yes, I'm more than the industry. Okay,
Yes, for sure.
yes, even Google also will not use such kind of solutions. I'll be
Oh my
certain.
God. Yeah.
Okay, yes, search in Google. Even Google also cannot answer some kind of things here, but I can answer because that is my experience here. Okay, many projects I worked, lot of experience. Okay, right. Even starting from basics, even highly experts starting from basics, because my intention is everyone should understand my classes. Even non-IT background guy has to understand it. That's the reason started from basics. Okay, finally I will take to high end. Okay, just you ask your friends, anyone who are already attending my classes, just you ask them, they will tell you about me. Yes, Nageswar Rao, my name. Okay, so my name is very famous for Java, right? Yeah. Yes, any doubts? Yes,
Yeah,
any
hi
doubts?
sir.
Let us.
I
Yeah,
have
you want to
sent
ask
you in
this
WhatsApp. Can you
one
please add to
second?
the group?
Yeah, sure, definitely. Yes, sir. Oh, definitely. Yes, daily class 8 to 9:15. Already time is over. 8 o'clock to 9:15 finishing your class. So by 9:15 finishing your class. Right, okay? Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Yes. Still any doubts are there?
Thank you, sir.
Just ping me in WhatsApp. Okay, I'll respond. I'll respond immediately. Right? Yeah. So thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you,
Uh,
sir.
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Have a